We're gonna start in just a minute. We're gonna wait until people join in. After that, we'll see if we can help our mom. Oh wow, I just got an ad for Magic. Dude, I already bought Magic. I have my literal desk filled with Magic cards. I've been sorting them out since this weekend, and I still haven't finished. Don't give me the, hey, look, those cards do be looking cool. I can't literally close my desk. I have a desk that I can open, and I have a desk island that I can open and close at my will. I mean, I could open and close it at my will, but I can't because it's filled with fucking Magic cards. So I don't think how that be. Hey dude, buy Magic cards, it's gonna help. But I will anyway. Don't worry. You don't need to give me the marketing shit to make me say, oh okay, I'll buy more Magic. I already am deep inside it. I wonder which cards will be good on eternal formats. Not gonna lie, I think that big Colpo Grosso, I don't know, the instant that lets you draw 2, create 2 tokens by discarding 1 card. It's gonna be a very good Magic card. 3 damage to creature or planeswalkers, sorcery, The Unfortunate Witness, that's a good card. I feel like this is gonna be a very good card. I mean, why wouldn't you want it? In any deck that plays mostly 1, 2, maximum 3 cost cards, it's basically a free +1. Oh, he dies, well, I basically drew a card. Yeah, I'm kind of forced to play it, but whatever. I drew 2 lands, oh shit, I lost 1 land. What am I gonna do? I'm mono red. If I take 2 good cards as well, it sucks, but you still have 2 good cards. You can use one of them. But you basically got a 1 good card out of it. Its sacrifice is basically a draw 1. I don't know. It feels like it could be very good. I think we waited long enough. Yeah, we even got the streaming announcement. I've got to make an announcement. Edgewood is a bitch ass motherfucker. Pissed on my wife. I don't have the skills to do the entire speech. We're gonna wait. 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna jump in. Just 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're back with Ace Attorney. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I forgot all the voices, so expect people to have different voices. Yet again. That ought to be fun. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Huh? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Kai, you remind me a lot of Mia, but there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you're not a defense attorney, so shut the fuck up. Well, I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Good luck, mommy. Oh, it's my first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Huh? She just blinked? Was that a, Mia actually coming from the spirit realm, from the shadow realm? Be like, you're not alone! Or just my memory? I have to discover the truth all by myself. Thank you. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you with the whole way. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't express my gratitude well enough. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's Edgy Boy yet again. I forgot. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edward, you gotta be a bitch even now, huh? Even after I helped you, you gotta be a bitch. The prosecution has been ready for a long time. Well, fuck you. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Done nothing. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgewood. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it on the prosecutor's office line. Wow! He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgewood. The prosecution called its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The caught-up queen? Also, speaking of, Mommy! Yes! Yes! Ah, I had to drink a bit. Who? Haven't you seen before? Elsewhere? Haven't I seen you under the court? Haven't I seen you somewhere? Yes, my dreams. That's where you saw her. Oh. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I never ate caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. I just made it. I wish there was another sprite with the judge with caviar on his beard. Oh, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Fiesta bowl. Uh, thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Oh, and you, sir. You ordered the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So, dude, why everyone raised about caviar? It's so tasty, it hurts. I love the judge. The judge is one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the fuck is pickled tapioca? Let alone how does that thing even taste this? Look, I don't want to know. Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. It's that what you wanted to be? That what is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up, then. Jesus. I just imagine it slurping the fingers while not. While, even better, he says, "Oh, what's that?" People turns around and just cleans his fingers. Very well, Mr. Edward. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edward has said to the court, I am a professional. I'm sure you are, mommy. Okay, that's enough. Oh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Oh, huh! I know who you are! Cara Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with the description, Mr. Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided by 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. Well, B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces? Yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. So you see, Your Honor, unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Yay, we got a parking lot! It's ours now. We're gonna make so much money by renting the the luster. You don't even know. Fuck being an attorney.
Order the court. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
Uh, I can't agree on on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor loser are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Yes, please crush. Okay, yeah, that's enough jokes with that.
If you can, then give them your words, Mrs. Tyler.
Come on, Judge, I just made that joke! You can't steal my joke! Come on! Wait, wait, are they talking about me? Do, 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 do. Oh, there we go. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finally home detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife into her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. That's it?
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing rather than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
Judge, a man just died. I don't think it's time to make jokes. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? Uh, I'm still thinking about it. Even Phoenix is uncertain. It, it's barely a flash wound, Miss Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Yay! Yay! Wait a second. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinions is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenience evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Wow. Miss Starr, do you have something personally against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I had... Fuck! Why am I yawning so much? And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired, huh? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Mr. Starr.
I keep saying Mister, it's a miss.
Oi!
Oi, Saint Hannah. How you doing, mate? This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yeah, she has a lot of sugar daddies. Come on, it's pretty obvious. Well, yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. You working on your voice acting? Not yet. Honestly, I haven't been able to work on my voice acting. It's mostly the fact that I don't know what to do. I really should start though. It's that I wish I had a place where I could just scream without people getting angry. This way I could just start doing different voices, try to destroy my throat so I can remodel it into something better. Alas, I can't right now. But yeah, I gotta do it. From tomorrow, we gonna start voice acting training. Fuck it. Yes, I don't care. Fuck my voice. Care to join? Yes, please. Yes. Where do I sign? Okay, I've made... Every time I say, okay, that's enough CP jokes, and every time she comes up with the perfect joke. I mean, the punchline is still the same, but she puts it on a golden plate. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
Oh, I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. I mean, I would think too, honestly. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign, huh? Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
That's an important detail.
By the way, we basically just started. She just said, hey look, I'm a mommy, I'm gonna testify now. And that's it. You sense something? So, you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
For the record, I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of detective intuition, yeah, the music is banging. Wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes. Well, he was like a young cheese.
Oh, young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the street. A greenhorn.
That must be hard, yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the order of an old cheese to match. Dude, don't say that. Don't say that. We could get expelled. Don't do that. Not Maya. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief executive standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's.
What's how you doing?
Oh yeah, I already asked you. What are your plans for this weekend, Saitama? Me? I'm going to the spa! And I'm gonna pay a lot of money to do that, and I'm not very happy about that. Wasn't it? Indeed it was.
Oh, what an odd case that is. And the person you saw, are you sure it wasn't the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. The bedroom eyes. The pegging eyes. Those are the eyes of a woman that is going to peg you, and you can do nothing about it. She will peg you. Is it with water or just hot air? I think both. I think there's both the spa, is it just water, hot, warmed water, and one with sauna. It's gonna be a good one. I think. I don't know. Also, I'm putting myself. Give me a second. Gamer stance activated. There we go. Now I feel good. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You may... You may want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? Yeah, there goes the pegging eyes! Even... Whoa, those are even worse pegging eyes. This is when she said, I'm gonna peg you, and then you answered no. And she said, this is the look of a woman that is about to tell you, I didn't ask you. I told you. It's different. I'll fry... I'll fry you. No. I can be more persuasive. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That's... That... That was inspiring. That... That was inspiring.
I, I believe I heard that tagline somewhere. You could try plagiarism? What's going on with them? We both know that the she pegs. Come on, with a face like that, with a postures like that, it's impossible that she doesn't. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over in a snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only now seeing this photograph? You think I showed it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. Huh? My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Yeah, we added the photo that shows that we are the killer. Oh, there is unmistakably lion sky. Jesus Christ. So, what was the defendant doing at that time? Yeah. Let's see. Give me a second. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Well, yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill through an egg. I mean, a person. Come on. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? Or just stab on me would have been a better metaphor. So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointed tip into the knife into his back and it killed him. His face stabbed him. It was very shitty. She put a CP into the leg. I don't remember which comment was the one to make you lag. And even if he was looking at her, literally in front of her and backpedaling, she still managed to backstab him. I don't know how the fuck she did it, And I've been asking Valve to fix that since 2012, but what can you do about it? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense is a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutors brought down the murder weapon. Ah, I see. It's only a flesh wound, Miss Wright. We can make it. You said that one already. Got anything else? Shiftingly speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness of it, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calm. Don't smile like that. Okay, we gotta. Let's see. Either a right hand. No prints. God damn it. Let's check this. This is not it. I don't think this is it. Because if she had... Yeah, we can't see the right hand. God damn it. Was holding her knife in her right hand. We know about the thing. She trusts the pointed tip of the knife to the Goodman's chest. Maybe here? Nope. I was checking if she said, okay, the stab happened in the chest, but in reality it didn't happen on the chest. Buckets, Edgewood's car. Oh, I want to be... Man, this is kind of hard. Ah, goddamn, I went too far. Alright. I was new, was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, then I said something behind my finally whole detective intuition. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief executive standing next to a garish car. Maybe... No, this one shows the fence, so that's good. Was holding a knife in her right hand, then she thrust the pointy tip. Damn it. We've been off from this for too long, I forgot all the evidence. Let's check. I mean, this way she couldn't see. Seba, you got any idea? Because I have literally no idea. One knife wound. Yeah, that one is good. Welcome five. Yes, that's good. Day of the murder. I got literally no idea. Let's try to press her again. Let's see if we can find... Here, I wanted to do this one. Garish car, Edgewood's car, the knife. Nothing new. And that one was the one that gave us the thing. So... Does this one tell us when it was taken? Nope. Always knew a day like this would come. Coop. Was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, and I said something. Perhaps it was my finally honed detective intuition. I threw the wire fence and saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right away. Wait a sec. No, it's not that. I was about to say, okay, maybe is the parking lot, is the A parking lot. She's on the B park. I mean, she was here, and the prosecutor was here. So how the fuck did she manage to do that? But I don't think that is the thing, because I already know the answer for that one. It's one of the few things that I do remember. She basically jumped the fence. Well, was holding a knife in her right hand. The only one I can find is the fact that this one has no prints. But they're gonna say, oh yeah, she was wearing gloves. But yeah, it's worth trying. Yeah. Oh, okay. I fucked up. She tries to point the tip of the knife to Detective Goodman's chest. Is there anything that we're missing here? I don't think so. Oh, I can zoom out. I can zoom in. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how this is going to be useful in the trial. Poor Bull Badger. Oh man, this is hard. That's cool. Let's open it. Because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the thing. So I need to push this again. It's nothing. Okay. Nope. Useless. Ah, fuck. Got a photo. But here are an hour and a half PM. This is a very weird way to say it. February 21 between 4 PM and 5:30. 4 PM, 5:30. Oh shit. I don't want to look it up. Let's see how she remembered that. Is that suspect was carrying? Oh yeah, it's the one that is. Yeah. Should we hold it? She said, oh okay. Nope. We got nothing new. Man, mommy is very hard. She wasn't kidding when she said she was going to bang me, because this is fucking me up. I always knew that day like this would come. How did you know? It was on my day to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I said something, perhaps it was my finally home detective situation at work. So these three don't are useless. We already know. I mean, we could say, okay, but if they were, you wouldn't have been fired, so yeah. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Maybe the only way we can say is that she's not carrying one here. Let's try. Yes. Okay. Okay. Using the brain usually works. Using your brain usually works. That's good to know. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon's were the lunch.
Huh. I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky now holding a knife?
Uh, Mr. Edward, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edward. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Oh, wow! Okay, it took me 5 minutes to find the clue that I needed, and I fucked once, but come on!
What do you mean, Mr. Edward?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph.
Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problems here. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? She understands that this is a abusive relationship, and she's trying to help Phoenix out. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony, namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems that I was slightly unclear. My apologies. Huh? That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo side lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. That's me in a nutshell. Good thing. I'm not sure I understood it, but good job. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of team rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it wasn't not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Let me retry it. Let me retry it. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Oh!
These gloves do seem to. These gloves do seem. Order in the car, come on, I'm trying to talk here. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to this testimony.
Yeah, she's giving me the bedroom eyes. Hold of the front door. What if she has just the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief executors came to the crime scene, she came to the murder. Is the only possible conclusion she can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ah,
Impressive. I'm sorry they took. I'm sorry they took you out of the force, Mrs. Starr.
this is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I got to think a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. And it's only a flash wound, Mr. Wright. Oh, I don't know what to say. Okay, so we know that this is the new thing. The motor was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. I wish I had the rubber gloves. Yeah, she do be having rubber gloves. And she also has the coat. Also, the fact that the security room can't see the dead spot. It's once again against us. Check. It's pretty hard. What could we do? Okay, let's try from the beginning. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. Okay, she's good. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. When I said something, yeah, she's a sensitive queen. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief executive standing in next to a garbage car. I mean, we can't see if it's a garbage car, but we don't really need to, fight that one. It's not a hill I want to die on. It's pretty easy. Victim man, property Atlanta Sky. Record parking. Murder was planned, rubber gloves. Prove it. I'm really pressed on this one. Yes. I mean, if I wanted to kill a detective, I wouldn't do it like that, especially if it was premeditated. I would just, bring him in a very, very hidden place and then shoot him. Maybe on a beach or something. This just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Taken by Angel Store after the crime was completed. It's not only the rubber gloves, it's even the coat that shows off the thing. I don't know. Is there something wrong with this picture that we can say no? That ain't they that ain't good, Chief. We know that it's a A. It's the A block. Hi, Rebecca. We are stuck with mommy. With mommy giving us the pegging eyes. She said the murder was planned. We pressed her, but she's pressing us harder than we are pressing her. So now we're trying to understand how we are. Okay. This case was hard. I think the only way that we can go is this. Victim's memo found on the car trunk, because in my opinion, the only way that we can get out of this would be if we showed that she wasn't the one planning the meeting, but instead it was the opposite. That he planned us to meet him. He planned to meet the prosecutor, not the other way around. So, try reading it upside down. I can't read it upside down. I know it's 221 SL9. I know it's the game that is not letting me. You know what? Let's present this one. Let's see. Okay, we fucked up. Ouch, no! Oh, fuck. We went too far. Come on, mommy, give me the bedroom eyes. There we go. I think the only thing we can go for is the crime photo yet again, but I don't know. It seems kind of weird. We also have the phone, but it doesn't really make sense. I don't know, it's weird. The murder was planned. How? How was it planned? Fuck it. Let's retry this one. Okay, yeah, we fucked up. We are not going to try randomly ever again. I remember my head exploded at this. If you have any tips, we're willing to wait for them. Let's just show the Blue Badger panel. Just show him. Like, come on. Come on. Big win time. Come on. I mean, we could just, you know, save scum. Just save scum. Do it like this. Haha, I saved it, then redo it. But it's not gonna be fun. I'll tell you, we kind of lose all the tension of having to redo the entire thing. Loss of blood from chest wound. Oh, okay. Okay, so we know that she wasn't lying. She saw him. I mean, maybe she's lying, but I don't know. Wait, is she? Okay, no. For a moment I thought maybe she was the one in the photo. This mommy was the one in the photo. Maybe it's photoshopped. Fuck! Oh, yeah, it couldn't be premeditated. It couldn't be planned because she didn't know if she was going to have a knife. She used Edgewood's knife. It can't be planned. Come on, I'm gonna bank on that one. Yes! Yes! My brain is expanding. Pog. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What was this case? The Playboy weapon in a red car. I'll be like to protect us there. The defendant is chief protector for the district, right? Mommy, are the protectors bad people? For a moment, I thought they were trying to speak to Mommy. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? Your testimony. You said that Lara Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing the special gloves.
Seems like a natural. Order in the court, come on, please. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. These gloves do indicate planning.
However, why was she not also prepared the most important thing, aka the murder weapon? Oh, this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, don't forget the fucking weapon. Unless you're me. Ah! Ah! I don't know how to do a female voice getting hurt.
Order, order, order!
Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is as good as free. Edgeworth gets bullied so much in this case. I mean, he's being a shithead, so he deserves it. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this sure is an entire hole in the whole premeditated theory. But the prosecution will care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lena Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. Edward? Is that supposed to... Is that a purpose name or something? Yeah, every name in this game is a joke. So, just so you know, we care. Every name is a joke. We had Sal, Manila, we had Laura Hart, we had uh, Larry Butts, we had, I don't remember, somebody just bought a crap ton of cosmetics out of me. Thank you. Ray Smith, thank you. That's how you doing, Carol? How did the stream go? That it really fits his personality and looks. Yeah, that's why they made it. They called him that way. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she wear...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? I'm going to peg you. Really now? Atlantis guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the Protector's office. I'm sure the Chief Protectors had a grudge against the victim. What is your stream, Icarus? Some more TF2? That is always a good one. Is this trial somehow mimicking Amber Baird's case? I don't think so, no. This is not a spoiler, it's literally what they showed at the start of the case. We see a guy stabbing something, but in reality there are two guys stabbing something in two different places, but there is still the same stab. So my theory is that the guy that was killed, and they're saying, oh, it's mommy that killed him. In reality, he was already dead a long time before, and it was in the car trunk from the get-go. She went, opened the thing, was like, what the fuck? And then this bitch came in and said, no, you killed the man, and slapped her into submission. I mean, I wouldn't mind the last part, but I digress. That is my working theory. But again, I did not play this level through the end, so I don't know. We finally got to a place where I don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, I still know what is going to happen through this and the casing part of tomorrow or today. I don't remember. Her head is weird. It's they're onigiri. They're origamis. She's all food based, as you can see. She has one of those octopus thingies, the one that they make in Japan, where they cut the thing and they put it on the pan and it goes. Whee! You can do it with the bustle as well. You cut the bustle in half, then you take the bustle and just plunge a knife in the middle, then you cut it in half. But first time you divide it by two, as in you get two halves. I don't know how to talk, so let's just go on. Would be nice if there's a voice on this game. Yes, but at the same time, I like the fact that we can make our own voiceover. I like it. Gives us a chance to do a lot of voices. Also, there's an anime, so if you want to see some voices, you can check out the anime. You could, if I remember correctly, it's on Netflix, but honestly, for what Netflix is doing right now, just pirate it. Yeah, just do that.
Order in the court.
This game has its own anime. Yeah, this game is very, 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 very famous. In Japan. I'm not kidding. Also, it's filled to the brain with references. If you go on the internet, after you play the game, you'll be like, oh, so that's what that thing was from. The anime is on Crunchyroll. Oh, my bad. Still, same thing.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the protector's office. It does sound like a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Nah. The other games are voice acted too. Really? Ah, god damn it! I'll have to turn those one off, because otherwise we're not gonna be able to talk or voice act. I don't care if people will get angry. They can go watch another stream if they want. I can't. Stay on my stream. Buy my shirt. I don't have shirts. Unless you want to buy the one that I'm wearing right now. It's kind of sweaty, even though I showered myself literally this morning, but just for $200. It also has a hole on one of the how do you say mannequin in English? It has a hole in one part, so it's even better. It's proof of being used.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
So what do we do now? We take mommy, then she's giving us the pegging eyes, and we tell her, "You sure about that, chief?" And if she says yes, then we say, "Well, actually, you're wrong. Ding dong, you're wrong." Hold it. Hold the front door. Your mommy? I mean, she's my mommy. She's not my mom, but I wish. I wish she was my sugar mommy. You say that, but you haven't told us how you know. Who's your daddy? We have no daddy here. Oh God, this one. No, I'm going to peg you tonight. There's nothing you can say otherwise, face. Jesus, that is. Uh-oh. Okay, give me a second. No, we have was very sad because there was an event that Aww. Daniel. Big hugs. Everybody give a big hug to Daniel. Gosh darn it. You literally told me yesterday that you were, oh, I'm so happy because I told my crush I have a crush and I mean, that you like her and she said, oh yeah, I like you too. But, it doesn't really mean that you can't really hang out with her anymore. I mean, you still have time. Spend as much time as you can. Really? Yeah, I know it's a very, very, very small victory, but bro, spend time with her. Spend a lot of time with her. Try to go out. I even know whether to accept or deny. Accept or deny what? If you... Yeah, you can still keep in contact, but overall, for real, just spend time with her. If you see that you have not a lot of time left, spend as much time as possible with her, because there's just gonna be two options. Option one, which is the bad one. I'm gonna take the bad one out of the way so we can talk about the good one after. You do realize that you're not really into each other romantically. You're just, oh yeah, I like you as a friend a lot. You're my best buddy. You're like a brother or sister. It's possible. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. As I said, it's the bad ending, but it has the good part because it means that you spend time with her. You realize what your true feelings are for that person, and even if you're going to go away, you're not gonna be bad. You're gonna be like, yeah, she's still gonna be my friend. She's still gonna be there. I can still talk with her on socials. Option 2, you realize that you two are very well together, and you like her romantically, and she likes you romantically. So, if you spend as much time as possible with her, it means that, well, you'll stay for as much more time as possible. It's self-explanatory. You'll spend quality time together, and when the time will come to, move out, doesn't mean that you'll stop seeing her. Period. It just means that you'll just have to chit-chat, call her, text her. Hell, me and Remy, we talk every day, but we see each other only once a week. But I'm very strong. We are very strong together. At least I think we are. I believe we are. I'm sure we are. I can understand the need to see each other, especially when you're younger. That's why I'm telling you, from now on, spend as much time as possible. Ask her to go out with you. Go to the supermarket. Go take an ice cream. Just spend the afternoon together and see what happens. Nothing more, nothing less. If you overdo it, you're gonna be like, oh no, I overdid it and I fucked it up. If you don't do it, oh no, I didn't do it, I fucked it up. Just be chill. Tell her, look, it sucks like this, but I still want to spend time with you. Please. I think it would be good. And see what happens. Not much to say, honestly. It's a sucky situation. I believe you. I'm just trying to take out the little good thing out of the bad thing. If you don't understand why the fuck I talk that weirdly, it's because I was doing a literal movement with my hands of taking a little thing and then pulling it out from a big thing. Spend a long time together at the park or even in company, but yeah, spend time together. That's all I can say. Hey, yeah, virtual hugs. Everybody, give a virtual hug to Daniel. He needs one. So, please. Also, I see you as a friend. It's not as bad as one that I had that is just, oh, don't worry, it'll pass. It will pass. I kid you not. Once, okay, yeah, I gotta tell the whole story. I had a crush. I like this girl, and by thinking back, on hindsight, I dodged a big bullet. I mean, she was a brony, so that alone was a big red flag. But I digress. I started liking this girl. We hanged out a couple of times, and after a bit, I told her, "Hey, look, just so you know, I like you." And I don't have a crush. Didn't have a crush, but I was getting close to that one. So I was like, let's see. Worst case scenario, she says no. And yeah, she said, "Oh, don't worry, it will pass. Don't worry about it." And that one alone made me utterly destroy the quote-unquote crush I had on her. When I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, fuck this girl. And I'm happy about that. I hope this happens because I love this girl. I hope she still have a chance with her. I don't... okay. Don't take this as badly. I don't mean anything bad. Daniel. I don't want to say anything bad, but for the little things you told me, aka very little, and it's good that it's going to keep on saying that way. Don't worry about it. But for the little information that I have, I don't think that's love yet. Let me explain. I think that love is not a sentiment that just bing gets created. I think that love is a sentiment that gets built on top of a lot of other feelings in after a lot of time. You don't start loving a person in a week or a month. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of experiences together, a lot of good moments, bad moments, a lot of everything. So I'm not trying to undermine your sentiments. Long by that. What I'm trying to say is a crush is not inherently specifically love. It can be love. Maybe, as I said, it could. We know almost nothing. That's why I'm trying to say. That's why I said I don't know. But for the little things I know, I want to give my opinion. Also, because saying that you love someone, maybe they have known them for a long time. You don't know. Maybe. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But in my experience, as a man who used to crush on girls very easily, I kid you not, I was a very, very sad child. Let's use the words carefully. All the crushes that I had weren't love. I thought they were the first couple times. Then I realized that I was like, yeah, that's not love. It's just crush. I just find her attractive and cool and I don't know, handsome, sweet, whatever, depending on the girl. But I didn't have enough experiences with that person to say it was love. Then again, I can be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm not you. I don't know your situation. I'm just trying to say my own opinion on the little things I know. I'm just thinking, bro, I'm not saying she doesn't love you or you don't love her. Just say, take a chill pill. Overreacting for stuff, even if it's a very important stuff. I know. I'm not saying that sentiments are your sentiments are invalid. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say, oh, you actually don't feel anything. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, calm down. First thing, calm down. You are not going to do anything useful if you're panicking. The fight or flight scenarios are good only on fight or flight scenarios. This is not a fight or flight scenario. It's cool. Yeah, you're not in the friend zone. And if she says, I like you too, you're not on a friend zone. Because otherwise she would have told you from the get-go. So, stop overthinking. Honestly, stop overthinking. Yeah, she says she likes you too. It's as much proof as you can get. Yeah, exactly. Repeat exactly like that. Yeah, I had to make a esoteric thing. But to cut it shortly, because yet again, I'm not a fucking psychologist. I'm not a therapist, and it feels like I need to become one because everybody comes here thinking that I can be a therapist. Maybe that's me. It's probably me, of course. We're gonna continue streaming, but just to I'm not gonna say to close the thing. Just gonna stop addressing it directly because I already stated my thing. It sucks. Spend as much time as you can with her. See what that brings you. You could realize that it's the love of your life, and if that is so, moving out is not gonna change anything. You're still gonna chit chat every day. You're still gonna see each other. Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. You're gonna find a way. Love always finds a way. If it's just a temporary crush, you know, the start that you're like, oh yes, 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 and after a couple of months, both of you, I'm not saying just one, both of you just realize that maybe it wasn't love, maybe it was just attraction, maybe it was just, oh, I find you cool, but I didn't know that cool is not romantic thingies. I don't know, being a teenager sucks, alright? Here, I said it. Just the point she got hurt, I'm still a little confused. The worst thing is that she had nothing to do with this is bait. Yeah? Is Fane's mental block really because it's actually not hard getting out of it? Look, I never understood the friend zone. I don't understand how the friend zone is a bad thing. Spoken by a man, child, who self-friend zoned himself. Because I knew that my crushes were temporary. And I much rather kept myself in the friend zone than burning a friendship. How is having a friend a bad thing? You want to do the big sex to that friend? What? If she's not giving the big sex, you're not gonna be enjoying her company? That is not a friend then. It's... yeah, you're getting friend zoned, but that is a bad thing because you're not friend zoning the other party. You're trying to put the other party in the sex zone. That's not good. And honestly, friend zone it's just a self-made concept of, oh, I see you as a friend, without you ever telling the other party, oh look, I have a crush on you. If you don't tell them, you can't expect them to say, oh, by the way, I know you have a crush on me, do the big sex to me. It doesn't work like that. And I don't even care about the big sex. Who cares about that? The sex is overrated. Here, I said it again. I'll die on this hill. Sex is overrated. If you have a crush on somebody, tell them. If you don't tell them and they keep you as a friend, they are not putting you in the friend zone. They're putting you in the, oh, I didn't know you had a crush on me. You should have told me zone. And honestly, anybody that is in that zone, it's their own fucking fault. Nobody else's. I lost the cap of my USB pen drive. So this is going to be a wizard. I'm not saying that sex is bad. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm just saying that it's overrated, and honestly, love is 10 times better than sex. Look, no, I'm not gonna share this story with you fellas. It's too early, and I do think that it's a little bit too TMI, so let's... It's too much. Just want to be with her very close and say I love you. Then do that! Bro! Nobody, and I do mean Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is. I mean, you are. Yeah, you are stopping yourself. That's it. I just remember I had a thing here that I can use to fire up. Oh, there he is. My freaking back. I found the cap. I hope you're not happy. Yeah, and look, I'm gonna try to say both things. If it goes bad, it's still a good thing because it gives you experience. Be happy. Don't be sad because it ended. Be happy because it happened. Honestly. I lived like 10 years of my life being sad because one, my relationship ended, and those are 10 years that I will never ever get back in my life. But I should have been happy because it happened. Karun, dude, you're pushing it a little bit too far. Come on. Let's put the cows back in the stall, shall we?
I want to know something. I'm going to ask her. Wait a second. I just need.
Daniel, I don't know. I don't know what you said. I just wish you good luck. Now let's continue. I want to continue this tornado. We said we did this thing. We spent way too much time. I mean, it's not too much time. It's always good time. It's always good to have somebody. But we're here to game. I'm a gamer. I need to game, otherwise my body will start shivering. So let's go back to the Peggy mommy. Hi, Peggy mommy. No, don't give me that look. I helped the guy with his relationship problems. Don't be angry at me. You'll peg me later. That's what I'm about to tell you, Rookie.
I believe them. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like putting a bun out of the oven half baked. Something half baked. Something's half baked. Something's half baked here, alright, and it's you. Don't talk like this to Mommy Phoenix. Try to not confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. See, Edward needs to be bullied. Edward would not be like this if he was bullied more at school. He wasn't bullied enough, and that's why he became like this. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why I called the victim. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't.
Mr. Edward? What?
There is no records of a call made on the defendant's Miss Skyligh's phone. She might have written in my letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone. You could have tried public phone. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. Maybe it's because he was bullied. Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't bullied enough. In any case, the victims came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
Why did you have a grudge on the victim? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't do that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agreed there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
Oh, I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Oh, she said again and again. A human machine? That's contradiction. Please. Yeah, I'm on my Edgeworth on this one. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Miss Edgeworth's sights smell like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chopped it into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make to the deed that's done? How come she's getting mad at me?
Let's just say she stabbed him several times and lived it dead.
Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people! It's a detective murder case, too! Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know? Yeah, that is the... We edited the thing, I'm not gonna... Ah, goddammit! We got an easy one. He died of only one step. So why she would have stabbed him several times? If the man only have one hole, that means Mommy's lying yet again. Mommy's lying yet again. Mommy's lying yet again. I don't know what else to say. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. How are you testing me? Then I'll test you with my master surprise. Okay, I'm just gonna skim over that one. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Mrs. Star. Mrs. Star. Huh?
What do you mean?
I should have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Ha ha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgewood.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really! What am I about rejecting? No one noticed? I was the one who said it!
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? Why did she lifted her knife? I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought it was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Hold the front door. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. hell? She was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? What? Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splatter of blood?
Well, people often mistake my bird for a bib.
How? How? A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood in her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Petra, Mrs. Starr is entirely sure of her testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Yeah, let's fuck her up! Not literally though. Let's present this one. She doesn't have a scarf. Yatta-ra-ta-ra-ta. Ba! Table slap! Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you're proving it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Oh, come on, Edward deserves to be bullied.
Oh, harsh words, but good.
And yet, Mr. Edward prevails. But what was my objective? What was my objective? Chopped liver. But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness had given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part when your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. I'm already sweating. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made the escape, but I guess Angel Star's resistance is futile. I told you she was going to beg you.
Are you quite sure? You're quite determined about the scarf, ain't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get beaten. No, yes, thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I'm not gonna say the rawr thing.
And she's a cougar. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Yeah, let's see if we can fuck her up. Hold the front door. So where is this partition on the floor pots? I'm sure she missed this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Yeah. Hold the front. Hold the front door. Say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Yes! She was on the other side. I'd like to see these on the floor plans, just to be safe. Lunch Lady car was... She wasn't a... She was a visitor. Thus, she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Mr. Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cut of Queen, Lunch Lady, athlete, too.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence is about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Let's hold it. Where is it? Why do I keep... Oh, there he is. I keep throwing stuff in the ground mistakenly. Also, I'm using the cool one. No. I don't want to make this one worse. Let's use this one. This one is sticky too. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Shit. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. She kept me. Let's continue. My phone? Do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Mr. Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
Oh yeah, that's right, there was a phone. Yeah, remember, it was out of order. Yeah, exactly.
So she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witness.
Good witness. Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should of course add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please the rookie defense attorney. Ricky Carter, you guys have any idea what we could do? So I had to run behind a petition on the side. Ricky Carter explained her legs to her and arrested her on the spot. I said she mentioned the muffler. I saw it all how she tried to fold the wall but had to use the cell phone. I mean, I could present this one, but I don't think that's it. And we are 1 HP, 2 HP away. We arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall. Oh, yeah, that's it. She couldn't see her. She couldn't see her using the phone on the wall because there is a wall between her and the phone and the mommy. Yes. Good job, me. Yay! My brain is working. Miss Star, I have to conclude what you have a personal. No, wait, let me redo it. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is marred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutors, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Ask with me, and I'll make you caught all up. I don't know how to do it. Seriously, I'm just gonna go with this. Let's look at the floor plans once again. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What?
Order! Order! What's the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not cutting up lunch. She's cutting up lies. Oh, wow. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court. Yeah, gotta start doing it right. What she saw or where she saw it? Okay. I think where she saw it. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. That is what is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now, that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard of. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
The place where Mrs. Sour Cream was here. She was to his boyfriend. To her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed. The security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned, but it's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there, but why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being a part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is there. I remember in your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Mrs. Starr? How many years have it been getting the better of a man? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be the detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Farcar! Bro, how you doing, buddy? The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why didn't Miss Star lie? Doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Wait a second. Still stands? I disagree, Edward. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of per- perjury? Perjury? She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, Parker, for real, how you doing? What good win brings you here? Is it the mommy win or the daddy win? So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Mrs. Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a big difference. What? What would change? The angle of the crime. Why? The angle of which she saw the crime occur would change, of course. I'm lazy, I've been working on finals shit. Oh, come on, if it's the finals, it means that you're getting almost done. Also, don't worry, Farkar. Don't worry, buddy. No problem.
Diego, what do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
Do you report on why?
Uh, fuck.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider?
God damn it. Yeah, it's the other one. Hey, wait, have you seen the photos and seen the flaw? Distance to the crime is the only one. It's the only one left. It changes the distance between her and the crime of the scene. The scene of the crime. She wasn't in the office. Yeah, the photo says that she wasn't in the office, but she was on the B scene. The B things. I know, but I don't know how to... When I'll be able to show that one off. I just wanted to show it from the get-go. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Huh? Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
Yes? You ordered the squeaky wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh bouncy boysenberry jam? What the fuck is boysenberry? To my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Soy boy. He wasn't in station, though. I witnessed the crime from the glass wall station. Oh. Joseph, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry you lost your skeleton. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. I don't think she ran that way. I think she was on B. And then she has a photo where she's on the B thing. So somebody took a photo there. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh, that's how. So she ran all the way here. How you doing, buddy? I hope you find the stream and you're... I don't know how you find the stream, but I hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
That would also explain the photo. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes?
Probable.
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Ha!
have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
I just reimagine him like, with all hands, and then he has caviar all over his beard. His beard. Uh-oh. It's right. You have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this? Do we have any evidence? I mean, this checks out. 5 minutes. It's not this one. It's not this one. It could be this one. Not this one. No, surely not this one. Not this one. It's either Lana's cell phone, parking lot, no, or the crime photo. I don't think we can say, oh no, just see what is going to happen. We need to raise an objection. It will take more than 5 minutes. Yeah, I think we gotta raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnesses on the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. Come on, al dente. No. Just use fresh pasta. It'll cook way faster. I've got lunch boxes that type pasta into knocks, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instinct of a killer. You will run, but this time was different. Miss Sky told at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal without act this. No, wait, let me read it. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. I'm not gonna try to do a arg sound.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgewood, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that Ken shot Mr. Wright. That was too close.
I'm afraid that the court of Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Yay!
Hold it!
Mr. Edgewood, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team leftovers. Anything else to say? I may be able to save you.
What?
I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further question to ask of you, Mrs. Sawyer.
Huh. Is this your jump-put lunchbox?
Whoa! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Ah, fuck! Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Fuck, I thought we ended it. I was already ready to say, well, everybody, it was a good stream, have a good night. God, I should have mentioned those 5 minutes where I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Two types of bloods were found on this shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood types matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. See how her lunchbox is getting increasingly worse the more she hates you? Yeah, that was obvious. Even Phoenix saw it. This shoe proves it. It's flawless decisive evidence. Why didn't you show it from the get-go?
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchline for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with my evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensic. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. She'll like with 11 people. Only 11? She has a man for every day of the week and every week of the month. I tell you. You could at least study some evidence. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Bro, I'm the defense lawyer.
The prosecution complains are notwithstanding. It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems to have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
For fuck's sake. Oh yeah, Polly. It's not Polly if she just bangs them and takes their money. That's just work. It's not Polly. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why did you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimony, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This way the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Mrs. Sawyer. Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, Mommy really fell down. I love when Mommy was just, yay, I'm cool, Mommy.
Hey, you found the shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should have happened. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox back, really, but you should do something else. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. Good for her, I guess. Yeah. We don't judge. If she's okay, everybody's okay, then it's all okay. So you brought her up to the forensic department. Oh no, wrong button. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. Well, I'm sure glad nobody told me that sooner. Otherwise, we would have lost every single case. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensic expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found in the shoe. The other blood type matches the one of Miss Sky. Yeah, that one. You can't say for sure the blood belonging to the defendant without a blood test. You claim you know something about blood tests, Yuki? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test where the murder was committed in cold blood. That's just some figures. Mr. Wright? Order in the court, come on! That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. I'm pretty sure nobody ever used that seriously that way. Just so you know. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any samples of blood down to just one person, or so I heard. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA tests results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Sky. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Was afraid she was going to say that, god damn it. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. Oh! Oh no, it's fish guts. I thought it was salmon. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Haha! Good film. It's a good film. Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole bite of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. There's a problem with the victim's shoe. Let's see. Can I check it? Whee! Oh, blood out there. Huh! There's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe? It's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Let's use this evidence. I'm not imagining this. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction, dare I say. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Oh, don't worry, I can. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Oh, no, wrong one. Come on, press it. Take that! Mommy, I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'd be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Yes, please, mommy. Ho ho. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any blood footprints found by the scene of the crime? Ho ho! Ho ho! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then, where are they, Mr. Edgewood? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Long story short, shut the fuck up!
Order! 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 Well, witness?
What? Get going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think! Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradiction. What? We don't have a hold-in for Edgewood? I see. Now I get it. Okay, what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very head. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to why she told us about apprehending the suspect. I'm not gonna repeat it. She broke down on an oil barrel. I thought it was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, huh? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the old drum empty?
The old drum kicked over by the chief prosecutors was brimming with water.
What, water?
What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Oh, don't you mean?
Yes. The suspect knocked over that old drum for one reason and one reason only. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. What?
That I see quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after this was done, she knocked over the old drum to erase the telltale sign.
Why, it was a prosecutor. That's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing the evidence, that is. That reminds me, Miss Sky Redhead was hurt. Didn't you say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it. But enough. There is no need to further debate the verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Starr is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lina Sky.
Hold on. Wait. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the body footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second filling. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Now that one looks good. Oh, wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Objection! The time for deliberation is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cut of me. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the knife that White shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. It's alright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Shit. Wait, I saw something. Erasing the last trace of blood from the court thing. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning, and it seems this was your sister wanted. This was that. Wait. Sorry, Mia, but right, better not. Don't so be quickly to throw the towel. Huh? Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Thank you, mommy. Even in death, you helped me. This last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Yeah, a second. Give me a second. Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. That will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. The site isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there is a problem with the latest pieces of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there is a problem. Right or wrong, I got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem.
It's this. The problem is in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Andrew. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler roof scarf or any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and oh, I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Give me a second. No. Sorry, Mrs. Starr, but this is not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as your testimony that she said muffler. She said muffler. You said it. You said it. So it makes sense. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. You literally said that she mentioned the muffler. So it must mean that that is important evidence. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned wasn't the scarf but the exhaustion pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Mommy, are you alright? Please don't tell me you're angry.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the thing.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. We have the car and the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Whew, that was close, but made it at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
Still hungry? To be continued. Okay, this is gonna be it for tonight, fellas. I'm not gonna stop it right away, but just so you know, I'm not gonna continue to play Ace Attorney. This is the end of tonight's Ace Attorney. So for the people on YouTube, all one of you, have a good night. There's nothing to be seen after this. So go. Okay, now that the asshole is gone, I kid. Now that we've beaten this part, we're probably gonna play on Tuesday, and this we're gonna keep it. Yeah, we're gonna keep it for. Uh-oh. Did we save? Yeah, we did save. Just to be sure. Ah, okay. That was cool. We're gonna raid somebody. Because why not? How many people are here in chat? 4 people. Wow, that's more than I thought. I thought I was going to be alone. Fellas, as always, for realsies, I always appreciate your company. And Daniel, I know we didn't continue. I'm sorry, but I really hope that everything works out. I read what you wrote, and that was pretty weird. I don't know, that raised a couple of red flags for me. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And what's good about love is that you're always gonna find someone that you love. Even when you think you'll never will. I know by experience. Don't worry. I thought I wasn't gonna love anymore. And look at me. I have a beautiful, beautiful, loving partner. And I love her. With all my heart. So don't worry about it. How can I put it? It's the end of the world until it isn't. I don't care about the Overwatch Legendary loot boxes. Fuck you. What are we gonna raid? You know what? We're gonna raid the Tito guy. The Tito guy. Yeah, don't worry, dude. You're gonna be fine. Also, time heals everything. Yeah, pretty stock once, but we already went to important. We already went to detail before. And remember to sleep. Sleep a lot. It'll make you feel better tomorrow. Believe me. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining in, dropping by, saying hi. It was a pleasure to break my own vocal cords for you all, as always. And I hope to see you tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna play Bugs Bunny or Castlevania or more TF2 tomorrow. We're gonna play something. I don't fucking know. I hope to see you tomorrow though. And remember to check out both the main YouTube channel and the secondary channel. The secondary channel, I post VODs. On the primary channel, sometimes I post videos. I know I haven't been posting videos lately. I know, I'm sorry. I've just had a little bit of artist block. I can't find a good joke to put in the main channel, alright? So, let's spread some love. Have a good night, everybody. And as always, take care.